Gather round, for I only tell a fable once. This be the tale of pirates, so legendary that those who sail the 12 seas still revere their names.
A warlock of the Unseelie Court, Wicahpi Weatherby.
A swashbuckler on the run, Kildak of Flan.
And a warrior on a quest to reclaim her scepter, Tana the Fierce.
Avast ye for the Gilded Voyage. Ahoy, me hearties, and welcome back to the Four Rings Inn!
Happy
Happy Halloween!
To fit the theme of the month, that spooky Halloween setting, we come back to the Queen of Sea and Darkness, now even more grotesque than before. Her tentacles slimier and dripping out of her mouth, more pincers on her face, both crustacean and almost insect-like. The 6 eyes on her face glow red, but now weird, like other, almost like fish eyes pop up all across her face. There is a disgusting black scar that runs down her face, and her head is almost split open by it. It doesn't fully heal, but there's a slit in her head. Her crown with that spider web cracks in it. Her claws with the crustacean spikes is even more disgusting and intense. The tentacles that spew out of the abyss now writhe in pain and lash out wildly in anger. But we move back to the 2 ladies of the party, Tawny and Wicahpi, falling away from the incredible finishing move delivered by Tawny, only to be rebuked by the pure hatred of this being, slowly falling away from the queen. Next on the initiative is Wicahpi. You fall away from her, you see her reel back, and you see her skin grow dry and cracked, and her anger gives her strength once again.
I am just kind of panicking. We are falling so fast. I just see her face move farther and farther away from where we are, and I am just like wind stepping and trying to like grab up and hoping that like the wind of my queen will help push me farther up. I'm just like running and just grasping up as high as I can, and I can make it like 20 feet up in the air.
Cool. You don't get close enough to like grab on to her face at all, but you're able to gain 20 feet of air, essentially negating anything that you would fall on your turn. And you still have an action if you would like it.
I guess in my panic, I'm running up and getting kind of close to her face. I'm going to take like another shot off at her.
Absolutely.
My flintlock and try just hopelessly like kind of shooting at her. Will a 22 hit?
It absolutely hits.
Actually, it still has the oil on it, so it's actually a 25.
25 definitely hits.
And it is an 21 points of damage. Is Tawny still nearby as an enemy, or is she without a range?
I'm falling.
She's close enough that you can get sneak attack.
Okay. So what did I say? 21? 24 points of damage.
Cool. 24 points of damage. And are you doing a second attack as well?
Yes.
Cool. Give it to me.
And this one will be a 27 to hit.
That will hit.
With 16 points of damage.
You see two beautifully placed bullets go straight into her face. They strike, and she does not even acknowledge it. They ricochet off of her new hardened skin, and she is completely immune to the damage. It does no damage to her.
Nothing. Piercing damage. Nothing.
Nothing gets through.
Fuck.
Well.
They hit. They are successful hits,
Yeah.
but no damage goes through.
Glad I left. I can't do much other than piercing damage.
You're a sorcerer.
Oh yeah.
But you wind step and get out of, like, as you fall. We pull away from Tawny and Wicahpi falling away from the Queen to Kildak. Actually, before we get to Kildak, the Queen is going to look at her claws. She's going to look up her arms. It's almost like she's seeing this form for the first time. And she just goes, "Sister, what have you done to me?" And the tentacles lash out. Instead of using her normal attacks, she's going to be able to rampage now, as she is now in her mythic state. She is going to make 2 slam attacks with her tentacles. One is going to miss, and one is going to be a nat 20. We'll start from the top again for this episode. Tawny and Aubrey and Tori roll. Oh no, one miss. Just Aubrey. Roll me a D10.
Again? I thought she was attacking Tawny. That's a 3.
A 3.
An 8.
The 3 is the powder keg. As the powder keg is gone, it goes to the closest ship to her, which is going to be the depressed guppy. You see that a tentacle swings out, smashes into the side of the guppy. It deals 20 points of damage, and the guppy is at 8 hit points.
Yikes.
8?
8. As it smashes into the guppy, you see one of the masts cracks and falls. The deck is scattered with wood as Bug-Eye is desperately trying to repair things, but he cannot move fast enough. Excellent. That is that attack. That was her rampage. Now it is Wicahpi's turn. Nope, we just did Wicahpi. My apologies. Kildak's turn. You do not need to make a charisma saving throw anymore. Congratulations.
Hey. So I am just soaring through the air.
Yep.
I realize I'm in battle, but I'm still kind of having fun. I'm doing like somersaults and stuff. I am free of a curse I've been under for quite a few days, and we're all happy now. And in my flip, I see her smash the depressed guppy. And I'm just gonna come over the intercom and be like, Admiral, you need to get away from her. You need to get away from the abyss. And
You don't have to tell me twice.
And if there's anybody other than Bug-Eye who can help prepare, anybody they can spare.
Aye, Captain. And you see the guppy immediately begins to turn away from the abyss. Because if they go down now, everybody falls into the abyss, and they don't actually die. They just get to suffer eternity in the endless abyss. So they have that to look forward to. Cool. Like you have your full turn.
So I float another 30 feet because I have no control. And I am currently poised perfectly on top of
The black.
Black Gambit. Just 40 feet above sea level. So, like, I'm
Yes.
probably just, like,
At the crow's nest. Yeah.
at the crow's nest.
Yeah. How many more turns do you have for levitate?
2 more.
2. The time that it took for the queen to like get blasted and then recover, you are down to 1 more turn. It was like 6 seconds would have passed for her to do her evolve into her mythic form. So you are actually you can chunk that number down by 1.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes. So, in that case, I'm going to grab onto the crow's nest of the Black Gambit.
Sweet.
And in doing so, hold on there. So you're saying end of next turn or end of this turn it will end? It should
End of
be
next
end
right?
of next turn. Okay, yes. Right, so I will, in holding this, I will fire a bullet onto the, what's it called? Attribution?
Yeah. Sure. You can fire a bullet if you want. You can shoot. There's a couple like undead. There's some zombies, some skeletons on the ship shambling about. But you do see Billsby, like brush himself off and stand up from the powder.
Yes, absolutely. I am aiming for him. I should have killed
Excellent.
him last time when I had the chance.
Hell yeah.
Hold on.
Take
Read words real quick.
Sands. There it is.
Would you let me know the result of a roll before I use Tides of Chaos? It doesn't specify.
If it doesn't specify, then sure.
Cool. Does an 11 hit?
An 11 will not hit.
Okay. Hope this was worth it. I'm gonna roll my. Yep, that should hit. 16.
16 does hit.
And then 29. Not damage. 29 is my wild magic.
Gotcha. Good to know. I was like,
In the event that adds any damage.
interesting. Let's resolve the bullet first, and then we'll resolve.
9 damage from the bullet.
You fire the bullet. It strikes him. He drops to the ground. He has literally 1 hit point left.
Jesus
And you
Christ.
see he drops to the ground, collapses after being shot, and is like barely hanging on to consciousness. I imagine he stands up from getting blown up, brushes himself off, and was like, that was incredibly close. Turns around, sees you flying, and then just shoot him as on your way over, and it drops him to the ground. He collapses. And the tides of chaos swirl around you, and you teleport up to 60 feet to an unoccupied space of your choice that you can see.
No way.
Yes. Way.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, isn't it?
It's perfectly distanced. It's exactly 60 feet away.
Dice new.
I can't believe you. I can't believe that every wild magic surge has been like, what does Kildak need right now? Let's give him that. Insane.
Oh
I
my
feel
god.
I feel crazy every time you roll wild magic.
What are the odds? It's gotta be, like, for everything to pan out perfectly, it's gotta be ridiculous. Anyways.
Insane. Yeah, so you move 60 feet.
Kildak is now in the captain's quarters of the Death Eternal.
Cool. You boop, are in the captain's quarters. Yeah,
I'm just against the ceiling too.
there are a bunch of necromantic equipment, lots of weird bones and such. Very macabre decorations. Yeah. It's spooky. It looks like you're in like a haunted house.
Nothing short of what I expected.
I love
Perfect.
that you get your teleportation and you bap into the captain's quarters to steal shit and not to wherever Szass Tam is.
Honestly, it wasn't even to steal shit. I didn't want him to see me approaching.
Oh, okay.
You
Okay.
you have a bonus action if you would like to use it. You don't have to if you don't want to.
I mean, I'll just in case, I will hide against the ceiling.
Cool, excellent. I won't. You don't have to roll for it. There's no way anybody knows you're there. Cool. Next in the initiative order is the necromantic ships. Billsby. What can Billsby do anything of use right here?
With 1 point.
He can stand up.
Hit point. He is going. You know what he's gonna do?
He's
Billsby
gonna
is
run away.
No, like I'm being shot at. Like Kildak is trying to kill me. He is going to dimension door, and he's going to bring himself to the deck of Death Eternal, like beside Szass Tam. And he's like, "Cool, I'll get as far away from him as possible," and he'll scooch on over to Death Eternal. Perfect. That's hysterical. That's all that happens there. Cool. The queen turn. Oh, first she's going to use her legendary action, and she's going to do another 2 slam attacks. Those will both hit. I need a D10 from Tori and a D10 from Jake.
Eight.
Wow.
Oh wait, I'm here now.
You are here now.
And I rolled a 6.
Made a 6. Excellent. You see these tentacles flare up and begin to slash around. One is going to hit the Death Eternal, and you see it smashes and like wipes horizontal across the ship. It knocks almost all of the skeletons clean off. It breaks the main mast, and the main mast like falls into the ocean.
That's its third hit, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a big ship, but it is very hurt. And the next one is going to fall on the Black Gambit.
Uh-oh.
Our fleet is dwindling.
We've lost a lot of people today.
With that, it is the Queen's turn. She is going to... She's going to do a pincer attack to Tawny. That missed.
Ooh.
A pincer attack to Wicahpi that will hit. And another tentacle, another slam on a ship. Opera, give me another D10.
Two.
A 2. The arcane ward gets a tentacle across the bow.
That's the first tentacle
Wait,
for the war.
the bow?
Yeah, it comes right down the front. It smashes it
Right,
in the...
but is that where Ether's standing? Like, is she
Ether
hurt?
is close to the front. She is not absolutely crushed by this tentacle. She's able to get out of the way. Yes, you do see that the chains around Ursula are broken and have fallen away.
Oh, right.
Cool. That is her. Oh no, Wicahpi. She slams a tentacle into Wicahpi. I need a strength saving throw.
Oh, you get a +4.
Love to see it. Let's see. I rolled a 15 plus 4, 19.
You are grappled as this claw grabs into you, and you take 18 points of damage.
Yikes.
Ugh.
Cool. That is her turn. The Arcane Ward. I need everybody to roll a d20 for me.
That's 1.
10.
Cool.
Apostles medicine.
And what did had a Marcus roll?
5.
5. Cool. Tori rolled 2d12 for me.
8. 2.
Cool. You see Apostle takes 10 points of damage from Patchy Polly as she stabs into him twice. He misses on his attack, instead just smashes one of the Reavers off the ship. So he is going to take damage, and then everybody also takes damage from the Reavers that are there.
We still have Reavers on the board. Jeez. Got rid of them?
No. Ethra, on this turn, Ethra is actually going to use her action. She casts Fireball onto the Reaver ship. It explodes. I just need a little bit of damage. I don't even need to roll again. That's all she needs. And the Fireball erupts on the top of the ship, and that one sinks under the water. And the Reavers are gone.
It's about time.
They were pretty
Been here
close.
for a long time.
Well, we just started ignoring them because they were so few.
Cool. That is their turn. Tawny, you are up. You watch the Queen make a swipe at you, misses, a second swipe, and grabs Wicahpi and hoists her into the air.
So, she has Wicahpi grappled.
She has Wicahpi grappled.
In the past, if enough damage has been rolled, she has lost that grapple.
That is still true.
You just have to do the damage.
Well, let's see if my lightning comes back. It does. Okay. So I am going to, from where I'm falling, and unlike Wicahpi, she starts getting nervous and she starts, doing a bunch of stuff. Tawny is very used to falling, and she often just jumps off of things and lets herself fall for a period of time before transforming. So I just fall away from Wicahpi. The claw comes for me, misses, gets Wicahpi, and then I'm gonna burst back out into my dragon form.
Perfect.
And I'm going to shoot lightning at this bitch.
Yes, go for it. I make a dex save, correct?
Yes.
That is a 7, and it's gonna fail. I always get so nervous when Tawny starts rolling her lightning damage. Oh god, there's so much damage.
It is so much.
Oh, and I get to basically do it with advantage with my savage attacker, because I get to reroll
Yeah,
the
you're
damage
doubling
roll
it.
each turn, and with my lightning it's just one attack, so that's what I get to
Yeah.
reroll. Okay,
No,
so
absolutely.
62 points
Wow.
of lightning as I shoot at her again.
You see the lightning strikes into her chest and burns up to her neck and does no damage. The carapace and the hardened shell all over her body. Like it leaves like a scorching scar, but it deals no damage there.
And then I'm going to fly so that way I am like, I didn't even do damage though. So I am right there with Wicahpi and the tentacle, and just like, using anything to just stay there with.
Sure, absolutely. Perfect. Cool. You do that. Now we're going to move to the ship phase. If everyone can move your boat. I think everyone's boat survived. As for everybody, a quick update on the ships. The Depressed Guppy has 8 hit points. The Black Gambit has 14. The Royal Turncoat has 15. And the Leviathan is at a full 80.
Oh my god.
Leviathan has not been touched. The Arcane Ward is at 75. And the Key Lime Pie is at, I believe it's 32.
Can you rotate the Leviathan? I want to.
Absolutely.
I can move him the spots. I figured it out. He gets right around here, and then just tilt him up one more.
Cool.
Ish.
Cool.
Yeah, like that. So
Sweet.
that's how it would have turned to get there. Thank you.
Absolutely.
The Leviathan, this ghostly ship, is gonna pull up and try to attack with their ghost cannons.
Go for it.
Oh shit, that sucked. That doesn't hit.
Okay. They miss with their attack. Royal Turncoat. What are you doing?
It's an 18 hit. I'm firing right at her like torso.
An 18 does not hit. The Key Lime Pie. Well, the Key Lime Pie does hit. They fire a barrage into the tentacle, and it severs the tentacle, but another one just flops out of the water and it deals no damage. And Black Gambit.
Are you moving the skeleton ships at all, or are they stationary this turn?
They are going to move. They're going to move forward this way, and the Invaration is going to turn. Actually, the Invaration does not have a captain anymore, and so it's just going to sail straight. It is careening towards the Arcane Ward, and Death Eternal is actually going to turn to try to face the Guppy, but it's not gonna fire. Cool. That is where they move.
Okay, cool. Thank you. The Black Gambit is once again the forward cannon.
Yep.
Straight up the ass.
Go for it.
I forget how I do this. Good thing Aubrey wrote it down. 17 to hit.
17 does hit.
And then 17 plus 3 damage, so 20 damage.
How do you want to sink the Innervation?
So the magazine storage has already exploded. The back of the ship, the aft of the ship is already sitting pretty low. They fire another forward shot, and it lands on the main deck at the base of the mast.
Ooh.
And so just like angular, it just goes like kind of straight through and just basically tears the ship in two.
Yeah, the ship splits in half as the more it splits, the greater the forces become on that split, and then exponentially it just gets worse and worse until it splits in half. And the Black Gambit sails between the two splitting halves of the Innervation, and it is no more. Perfect. The depressed guppy use their move. I will say you can either fire on Death Eternal, or you can heal.
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 Cool.
Can we
So
extra heal? Because I told them to put more people on than just Bug-Eye.
Yeah, I'll let you roll.
We can even sacrifice movement if that's what you want to do, but...
That's okay. Just look up what type of dice is it. Each of you roll a d12. And then it will heal the cumulative amount of what you roll.
Sweet.
Wow.
12.
8. Wow, that's really
Hey.
good.
Yeah, that's what, 28?
Yeah.
We can,
yeah.
so we're at 36
That's our
now. That's
motherfucking
almost
plan.
half. We're almost up at half health. No, we're past half.
You see Bug-Eye begins to work overtime to fix the ship, gets it repaired. That is 3, so you have 5 hit dice left. In case it comes up. Excellent. The guppy stays airborne for just a little long. Those are all the ships. Wicahpi, it is your turn. Coming to the start of your turn, because not enough damage was dealt, the claw smashes into the water. It actually just takes you and throws you into the ocean. You are going to take 16 points of damage, and you're going to be here. You are no longer grappled, but you are in the water. What would you like to do?
As I'm being dragged underwater, I have this bubble of air that comes around me, and I can breathe underwater. And I'm just gonna swim up to the surface. Just look around. Where's Tawny? She's still flying up in the air.
Tawny is flying. She is about between 30 and 40 feet above you and ahead of you. And then within 30 feet is the Leviathan, as it is sailing off the event horizon towards.
Yeah, that's a choice.
It's a ghost ship. They're still
They're
half
already
in the water.
dead.
They're half in the water.
Yeah, that's true. I have extra movement if I swim, so I will swim to the Leviathan.
Perfect. Between you having that extra fast swim and it being a ghost ship, I will say just with your regular movement, you can get on deck of the Leviathan.
Awesome. And I'm going to call for Tawny to get out of there, get out of her grasp if she can, and to come pick me up if she could.
Pick me up, please.
Can I try to roll insight to see if she is resistant to all weapon damage, or is it just magical weapon damage?
Cool. Yes. Give me an insight check with advantage.
13.
You can see that her skin has completely hardened, and you see that the cannonballs, which are non-magical, the dragon's breath, and your magical weapons all have done no damage.
Awesome. I'm not going to waste a bullet. And I'm going to, I think, just hang out on the Leviathan and wait a beat for either Tawny to get me or to see what the Leviathan does.
I will say, if you would like to use your action, you can have the Leviathan move again.
Off the edge of the world.
Off the edge of the world.
Yeah, but they're kind of movement too. Aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind
Sure.
of.
We'll use the
thinking
rest
that
of
they
my
could fly.
movement to move them forward.
Cool. They're gonna get to like here.
Awesome.
Before they
the
start
ship-
falling.
The ship does not fall, but it's not able to like rise up like the guppy can. It stays at where water level would be, but it does sail off the edge and hover over. And Wicahpi, you can look down through the ghastly ship, and like it's like standing on glass, and so you can see the endless abyss just beneath your feet.
Whoa.
Thank goodness our instincts were right, because that was my
I
plan.
can't. You did that, and I was like, "What the?"
And the Leviathan is gone. All 80 hit points out. The ship falls into the abyss. Captain Emerald just sails the ship off the edge.
I was
And
like,
they all die.
they're ghosts.
There it goes.
So they can fly?
Yeah.
They're not bound by
Most
gravity.
ghosts Fly?
He
you know?
parked in a harbor last time we were with him.
You can go
Uh,
all the way down, but
Kildak, it is your turn. Your levitate will end at the end of this turn.
Okay. I want to, like, is there like a ladder or a floor-to-ceiling bookshelf or something?
Sure. There's a floor to sit. There's definitely bookshelves in here.
So I want to try and use the bookshelves to pull myself down to the floor.
Sure. Easy.
And just kind of move around. Is there anything that looks very expensive that I wouldn't have to sell on like the black market? Like I don't want to be grabbing some like shrunken head totem that's super niche and I'm gonna have to like work really hard to sell. I just want basically a pile of gems.
Got it. You find. You
If there's
find-
nothing, that's okay.
No, you find 20 gold worth of gems. Like
20?
spoken lying about. And you find a like black book with like leathery binding, more like a skin texture. It looks like skin has been stretched across the front,
beautiful.
and the black like Necronomicon looking book is one thing that you find in here. It looks expensive. It looks rare artifact.
Sure, I'll shove it in my backpack. I just like
Excellent.
open my bag and it go. Oh, what happens when I touch it? Does something happen when I touch it?
Give me a give me a wisdom saving throw.
God damn it!
dude. Please excuse Kildak while he goes on to this new side quest, as he can't stop touching things.
You're rolling that one. Did you?
No.
I wish I did. A big part of me wishes I did, but
I
no.
know.
It's a measly 5, but can I use my reaction on my turn?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, do I want to burn a second level spell slot for this? Yeah. And oh, it doesn't even verify like success though. It's just advantages.
Don't worry about it. You want to know what happens. You want to know what the book does.
You're right. Okay, so I got a 5 and I touch the book
Excellent.
and I grab it and I don't know what happens. But as I'm putting it away, I grab my bag and I shove it between coins.
Perfect. Excellent. Easy. Shove it between coins. Perfect. Anything else Kildak wants to do on his turn? I do respect you robbing the Death Eternal mid-fight. Hustler's gotta hustle, you know?
Can I kind of just do a check on like the structure of the ship. Like, one, they've been pretty damaged. Two,
Yeah.
it kind of looks like it was decaying at the start.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Give me a. You know what? You're a ship worthy, but give me a sea vehicles check.
Okay.
Mhm.
18. What I'm
this ship-
really looking for is if I were to, like, cast a spell or shoot a gun through the ceiling floor, would that have an effect on the other side, or is it sturdy? Would it hold?
It looks like it would hold. It looks fairly sturdy. You do get a feel for the whole ship as you kind of like peer out the windows and stuff. The ship has 24 hit points left.
Okay, cool. Fuck.
At the end of your turn, the queen is going to use a legendary action, one she has not used before. She is going to pull on the abyssal energy beneath, and the abyss pulls back, and all the ships are going to move 2 spaces towards the horizon.
Including the guppy that's not affected by water?
That is correct.
Shit.
What about the Leviathan, who's like inches away from?
Nothing happens to Leviathan.
It doesn't get pulled.
It gets pulled. That's true. It gets pulled just closer to her.
Is the key lime pie okay?
The key lime pie is just on the edge.
Oh no!
Okay.
They have movement. They have movement. As long as
Who's
she
been
doesn't
in
get-
charge of that ship? Oh, yeah.
John.
John. The one who knew
John.
that was an option.
I know not what you speak.
It's fine. Everything's
And then the black. I think I already gave it. Cool.
Dude.
Easy.
Being below deck, did I feel that shift or not really?
Yeah, you felt the ship get pulled, like, not in the direction that it was moving. And so you feel that tug.
Cool.
Excellent. That is Kildak's turn. Nothing happens for Szass Tam. He doesn't know you're there. The Queen. The Queen is going to make a attack on Tawny.
Yeah.
That will hit. The Queen will make a another slam attack. So I think Tori rolled the last one. Jake, roll me a d10. Will hit, and then
5.
one more. Okay. And then it's going to make a tentacle attack on the Leviathan, and it misses.
Great, 5 key lime.
Is it?
Aw.
The key lime.
Key lime.
A tentacle smashes down on the key lime pie. It is still intact.
Haha.
Bits of wood shatter and fall off into the abyss.
Spin off into the abyss.
Wait,
Tawny, you are going to take. Give me a strength saving throw.
a dirty 20.
Cool. You. You are grappled by the claw, and
My
you,
god.
take 18 points of damage.
Got me below 100.
I'm really glad I'm just chilling here, touching the cursed books.
My god. What the fuck, dude?
That's her whole turn. Arcane Ward, everyone roll me a d20. Catherine's gonna roll as well.
Nat 20! Oh, wait, I'm the bad guy. Nat 20.
Did you roll that 20?
Bad guy.
Dude. Oh no.
Roll me
Marcus got a
2d12s.
3.
Oh, no.
I only got a
12.
4.
Oh,
And a 2. 14.
Okay. You see that he lands a huge punch onto Patchy Polly. She smashes onto the ground. She is just barely standing. She is not unconscious yet.
Oh. Is Marblow okay?
Marblow is hurting, but he is not as bad as Patchy. He had more hit points to start.
Ooh.
Cool. And Ethra missed as well.
She's only got 7 points left.
That she does. Cool. That's them. Tawny, you are up. Yeah. You're up. You are currently grappled by this creature, and since you haven't got a legendary action yet, because your placement initiative order has been very lucky, give me another strength saving throw. Because it gives you another chance to get up.
I rolled a 5.
It smashes you back into the water. You take 21 points of damage, and you have your full turn.
But I'm grappled.
No, you are no longer grappled.
Oh, okay.
Yep, she lets go.
Okay. I want to fly to the Leviathan.
Cool.
I want to land on the deck.
Sweet. That is 40 feet of movement to get there.
And then I want to make an Arcana check over or history, whichever one you think works better, because I do know about this and stuff like that, of what
Sure.
can fucking hit this bitch.
You're with Wicahpi. I'll let you and Wicahpi both roll for this. You can do history. You can use Arcana.
Fuck yes. Okay, I got a 28.
Nice.
I rolled a 19. I was like this close to
That's
a
really
natural
good.
20.
I rolled a 12.
As you are discussing what could hit her, you both look over at her, and as the Leviathan sails into the abyssal hole, you get a glimpse of her back, and that scar that was like black scar tissue is glowing bright, like pink and red. It looks like a raw wound, and all of those black, like carapace shell, are not covered by it. You can still see like fleshy skin on the scar.
Awesome.
How far? So the Leviathan has kind of moved. Is like moving further in and toward. Can we see her back from where it is, or does the ship need to move a little bit more? I mean, I know we like pieced it
the
together.
ship. My goal is to steer the ship to ram the ship into her back. Is where I've been moving it towards.
You can see that she, on that check, here's what you can see. From where you're standing on the deck of the ship, you can see like the profile of the scar, and you can see it glowing. If you were to like shoot at it, it would have like half cover because you're like just getting it at an angle.
Yeah.
You also see Ursula turn and notice you, and she begins to like shift her body to face you. And so with all three of you, the Leviathan, Wicahpi, and Tawna there, she's going to keep her chest to you unless you have some way to make her turn around.
The problem probably could have made that check as a dragon, but I didn't know if my Arcana Plus would transfer over to the dragon,
Gotcha.
and I wanted to succeed.
No. For Tawny's incredible Arcana, like, it was definitely worth going back to her human form. And that's what the human form's for. It's a big brain human form. And if there's nothing else you want to do on your turn, you can use your action to move the Leviathan.
Yeah, I do. I think that there's something that I can do. I'm just. Is like abyssal or something like that? Like, is that what I would assume her creature type is?
She is. She would count as a monstrosity and an aberration. At this point.
Okay, cool.
I would accept either.
And I am. She's within 60 feet of me.
Absolutely.
And including her back. I know
Yep.
I can't really see it.
No, yeah.
But when your radius is 60 feet, so a land, and I told Wicahpi, like, we discuss about like the back and seeing the glowing and stuff like that, and then I am going to cast daylight, and oh wait. Maybe not. Hold on. It doesn't do damage. It doesn't.
It doesn't do damage. I was saying, I didn't know that daylight did damage.
I thought it was just light.
I have a lot of it does. It is.
No, you have a lot going on.
Take that back. I have a lot of different circularly magically things that I thought.
You're all good.
Alright. I am just going to look at her, and she needs to make a charisma saving throw. As I cast a lightning spell upon her. Well, a spell upon her. It's not really lightning.
She got a 15.
So she fails. And I was casting banishment on her.
Ooh.
So she just failed her banishment, and
Before you get too far, as you go to banish her, she will burn her third and final legendary resistance. As you go to push her back into the abyss, you see that what does your banishment look like?
I think that the lightning that's just been around me, it's creating remains and stuff, is just going to, like, the idea of it and the crackliness of it just starts to encase the hole that she has around the abyss, and it's gonna try to push against her, and because she used her resistance, she like pushes back, but I think it's still like around there glowing.
Yeah,
as I
absolutely.
just like, go back to hell, you bitch!
Absolutely. Perfect. That is a tough turn for her to be out of those resistances.
So I use half my movement as a dragon.
I'll give you half your movement left.
Can I use my other movement to just start pushing the Leviathan a little bit closer, even if it's just like a hex or two.
Yeah, I think you get like a hex up. That was a lot. There you go. Gets to there. Cool. Excellent. Tawny's turn. The Queen is going to use another legendary action, one again that she hasn't used before, and she is simply going to move. Not there. She's going to rotate to keep the Leviathan in front of her. Cool. That's her thing. That is her ship's move. Everybody move your boats.
Did her point of center also move, like when you rotated her?
It may have. You think she was lower down here?
I think she was closer to the Leviathan.
To the boat.
Choose this boat?
Yeah, we were like right up against her. We're just trying to
Like
get
I
around
feel
her.
like we would just be like in front of her chest. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Like her tail would be under us.
Yeah,
with the
like
way
there?
this is, yeah. Right around there. Because she was just in the center of this thing.
Yeah.
It's awkward when it's that shape.
Oh. That ship, the Rotonko cannot fly.
Oh, I forgot. So
let me, that will do them to an eternity in hell.
I'm counting.
Just making sure we're on the same page.
Yeah.
John, can you move the Leviathan close? We're aiming for the back.
Yeah.
It's glitching out on this iPad.
No problem. You guys get to like there.
Well, it should be turning as it moves.
I'm working on it. Jeez Louise.
Yes.
The Leviathan is able to get to a spot again where you can like just barely see the scar.
Yeah. There's no point at using.
Cool.
Leviathan's not on fire.
The key lime pie is going to careen off the edge.
Why did you not turn it away?
It's going to turn away and use its full movement to move away. Calm down. Calm yourself.
What the hell's up with the turncoat?
I'm keeping it on the edge.
Why?
The edge.
If it gets pulled too forward, it's off.
That is true.
Two forward? No,
Yes.
it's not.
Absolutely it is. One,
Depends what
two.
you say.
That is
That's
off.
That is
It's still
really
half
dangerous.
It's teetering off.
That is really dangerous.
The center of mass.
Just move it back
We
one
have
space.
all of the crew sit on the back.
I will let you know that if we get to that position, I will we're gonna roll a d4. Evens it stays, odds it falls,
Just-
and that's how it's gonna be.
You could
That's
move one
ridiculous.
space
Move
right.
it.
If you
Stay
move it
close.
a little bit back, you're welcome to.
Fine, everyone's so mad. It's gonna fall
Yeah,
off.
I don't know
We
why
lost
you're
so many
sacrificing
ships already.
people.
Because we
Everybody
haven't
was
done
worried
a
about.
hit of damage this entire session.
Yeah. I mean,
I understand that. At the
but
same
losing
time,
that ship isn't.
there's no point in sacrificing an entire ship.
I will sacrifice whatever it takes to knock her down.
And Kildak was the suspected bad guy. That was evil. That was an evil sentence.
Kodak's
I
not
lost.
even playing in the main plot anymore.
It's playing in our main plot.
Heck,
Cool.
Zoko will be there when
The-
she's gone.
Death Eternal is going to fire its cannons at the guppy. And
It can't.
as the black smoke comes out, it's going to like pitch up and move
Ah.
towards the.
That's
'Cause it
bullshit.
has magic cannons and it can do what it wants. It does hit.
At least we healed up.
It's going to deal 21 points of damage.
We just
Yes.
got all of that.
Ship. Cool.
We're at 15.
Black Gambit, what you doing?
Just
It turned and it fleed.
Cool.
It's running. They took down a couple ships.
But, yeah.
They're not gonna be able to do anything against this invincible creature. They ran away.
Cool.
I think the guppy should heal.
Yes.
I would
and
agree.
run away further.
Everybody roll a d12.
11.
I got a 1.
5.
And what number again?
I'm beside Wicahpi.
Does that mean anything? Royal Turncoat, what are you doing? Tori.
We are firing our cannons. Can we see the back of Arusula?
You can just barely see the scar. The DC will be high to hit it, but you can go for it.
I rolled a 22 to hit,
That just hits.
and my damage is 42 points of damage.
Wow! You see,
I will sacrifice whoever it takes to land a hit.
you
A
see
hit.
that
A
the-
hit of 42 points.
the ship blasts into it blasts into the queen. This is the first time the scar has been struck, and she screams out in pain, wails in pain. The tentacles begin to flail wildly, and she is in immense pain.
Yeah, bet that hurt, bitch.
Dear Lord. Wow. Those are the ships. Wicahpi, you are up.
Can I use my movement to turn the Leviathan?
You can, if your goal is to get to the scar, you can get within, like, where you can see the scar clearly. It's not going to be able to reach the scar this turn.
That's fine. So I'm going to use that movement to move, just to turn the ship towards the scar.
I am imagining Wicahpi, like, little Wicahpi, just, like, elbows Captain Emerald out of the way, takes the helm, and begins to steer his ship.
No.
Okay, I'm sorry.
We can do that if you don't
No.
do what I want to do.
No. That thought hit my mind that made me laugh.
No, I'm going to command Emerald, or ask nicely, whatever, for him to turn the ship.
Cool.
And I'm going to take a running start off the front of the ship, and I'm going to wind step to Arusula towards her back,
Perfect.
and with my inspiration, I'd like to land a hit with my dagger in there as I cling onto her back
Hell
with
yeah.
my dagger.
Perfect. You are going to you leap, almost imitating Tawny's last move with
Yeah.
the sword over, imitating, stamps it in. You're gonna roll.
That's where the inspiration came from.
Here you go.
Inspiration came from Tawny.
So you, by how close the ship is, you can roll sneak attack, and you're gonna double all the dice involved.
Hell yeah.
So it should be. That's Kildak's character sheet. Sword.
Can I use my cutlass instead of my dagger?
Absolutely. It is whatever weapon you want. The cutlass comes out, so it's gonna be 2d6 plus another 2d6 for sneak attack, so 4d6 plus 8.
4, 8. And then we get... That was including the sneak dice.
Yes, 46 plus 8 is including
Okay.
this.
And then we also get some of the oil sharpness.
I'm about to say a really high number. Huh?
It's all right. It is 35 points of damage.
You stab it into her. You see that as you stab into her, the dagger going into her back this. So she had 56 hit points left. You dealt, so she had more than that, but Tawny's ability last time was so truly incredible that it burnt through some of the hit points into here. But she has 56 hit points left. The stabbing her in the back dealt 35 damage.
She's down to 21.
Only thing that she is vulnerable to, and I put this in my notes and I will stand by it, the only thing that naturally does double damage is a stab through the back in the scar by a weapon of the unseelie cord. So that 35 is doubled to...
I don't think it's to attack per turn.
That is true. That is doubled to 70 points of damage. How does your second attack kill the Queen of the Unseelie?
So I went to go stab her with my right hand, with my cutlass, digging into her scar. With the momentum, I'm going to like swing myself up to like grab up higher, and as I go to like pound my like left fist into her, the cutlass is going to disappear from the right hand and appear at the last second in the left as I stab her a second time up in here. And just wait to hear that scream as I have done lots of damage.
The scream echoes out. Tawny, you from your position are able to watch as Wicahpi stabs her in the back. A purple and black and like luminescent, like a luminescent fungus that grows deep in a cave burst forward in the front of her chest, and that beam of light comes through the front. She wails in pain. Her arms flail out. Her eyes roll back in her head. The creature screams to the sky, bellows out as she has been stabbed in the back not once but twice. And her claws, one claw grabs the event horizon on the left, the other grabs it to the right as she begins to fall and careen back towards the abyss. Now, the Queen of Sea and Darkness, Arusla herself, has been defeated. Her strength has been sapped, and she falls back to the abyss. However, it is not time to leave initiative yet, folks, because there is still much danger. As she falls back, Wicahpi, you feel yourself holding on to this knife, and you feel like yourself fall back. You're still attached to her, but as she falls away, you look down and an endless abyss is behind you, and as her claws grip the event horizon, she begins to pull the material plane back together, not on purpose, but as her power fades, the material plane comes back. And so everybody watches the hole begin to shrink as she falls away. That was Wicahpi's action and movement. The queen screams out, wails in pain. The portal is going to shrink.
As it's shrinking, does the Leviathan just kind of stay up in that space?
Yes, the Leviathan, it seems to be unaffected by this. It shrinks. Wicahpi, you can see like the edges of the horizon begin to shrink, but you can't see right up because her massive body is falling on top of you. And as where a legendary action would be, as she falls back and the breath leaves the queen's body, all the ships are pulled one space closer to where the hole is. This including the guppy, as it's not just the water that's being pulled, but the air and the clouds and the night sky as a whole. So everything is going to get pulled. Boop, boop. It gets pulled in.
A hole smaller. The turncoat would have been fine. It had space to get closer.
My God. They had space to get close. The tentacles slither and fall away, and they deadly slump into the abyss. And all the ships gets pulled into this vortex of water. That is Wicahpi's turn. Kildak, you are up.
I am on the ground. I am no longer levitating.
You land on the ground. Yes.
I get up, and I want to like kind of peek through the door. Is there anybody like immediately outside this door? Maybe look under the door, or
it goes right out onto the main deck of the ship.
notice the bed in the room.
Sure.
And I remember how tired we were sailing through the Rainbow Reef the first time. And just like, it's not even a memory, but like, there's just like something. And I'm gonna cast a spell just outside the door. First level. And I roll something. 5d8s, I think.
I have no idea what's happening.
You
I
don't?
understand.
I do. Just wait. I don't know why he's choosing a first level spell to do this. But
I can't find the dice. There's too many words here. Okay. It's 5d8. 7.
do they have to make a... Sure.
On who?
Okay, so within a 20-foot sphere of this door, does anybody have hit points lower than 28?
Only Billsby.
Okay, he's asleep.
He's asleep.
Okay, that's it.
The
What
wizard's
Szass
head
Tam-
lower.
What Szass Tam watches is he watches as Billsby appears on the deck and goes like, the dwarf, he shot me. He's become too powerful. And Szass Tam like wishes him away and goes, he will be ours by the end of this day. See yourself away. Billsby walks to the captain's quarters, touches the door, and then just falls back unconscious. Just naturally.
So I cast sleep,
Yeah.
and then I use a sorcery point to cast that as a bonus action.
Perfect.
I then open the door and cast Exploding Rat Ray.
Excellent.
Just like across the deck of the ship.
Yeah, sure.
And that I'm gonna cast at second level because that's fun.
What do they have to beat to save?
So it's a dexterity saving throw of 14.
Jeez. Okay. The only person to pass is Szass Tam.
Naturally.
I thought all the skeletons were gone.
I had 4 on deck, and they all just failed. I had 4 lingering skeletons. What's the damage, my guy?
21 for everybody who succeeded, and 10 for Tom.
Cool. You see that all of the skeletons get burned away from this. The 4 that were on there are incinerated. Szass Tam rips off the overcoat to his robe that was singed and burnt. Wild look in his eyes as he watches his apprentice fall unconscious. Kildak busts through the door, and he goes, "Magic Man, how are you doing this?" Is there anything else Kildak wants to do on his turn?
Yeah, so because I cast spells, not cantrips, for each level, I roll the d20 to see if we roll on the wild magic table. So I don't know what number we're currently at. I think we're somewhere around 3.
I believe we're at 3. I believe we're at 2.
2?
That count is correct.
Your
Yep.
turns are so chaotic.
Yeah, so
Oh,
roll
yeah.
the first one. On a 1 or 2.
Okay, so for this sleep spell, it was a 13.
Okay, so now you need a 1, 2, or 3.
19 and 9. So it does not go off.
Perfect. Excellent. That happens for Kildak. Okay. That is all. Nope. Another legendary action happens. The ground shrinks again a bit. Ooh.
Again?
She's yanking it in, or it's closing with her.
You see the ships get pulled closer again. The Death Eternal, the bow of the ship, feels like you watch it leave the event horizon. Szass Tam is completely engulfed by you as he goes, "Magic Man," and does not see that behind him the bow of the ship has left the horizon. The guppy gets pulled a little closer. Tori, I need a D4 for the royal turncoat on a even.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me. I just want to roll. 2. I haven't done it even.
The royal turncoat is perfectly balanced on the edge. It does not fall in. This moves back. This moves back. And this moves back. Cool. Excellent. Perfect. With that, that is Kildak's turn. Szass Tam is going to pull out his wand, looking at you, and says, "I don't know what you are, but you will not escape my grasp this time." And he is going to flick his wand at you. He is going to cast.
How close am I to him?
You're within 30 feet.
Okay.
He flicks his wand and casts his spell. A black beam of energy springs out. You need to make a... He makes an attack.
Good luck, bud.
Does a 18 hit.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Cool. be
I don't even get to make a saving throw. He's
not
hit.
for this one. This
Got
this is he makes an attack, strikes you in the chest, and you deal half damage with melee weapon attacks. As this beam, ray of enfeeblement, you feel yourself become weaker as this beam strikes you. And he says, "Tell me, Magic Man, how dangerous can you be with one arm and one eye?"
I don't know. Let's find out.
That is Tom's turn. Then, okay, everybody roll a d20 for me for the arcane ward.
Nat 1.
Hell yeah.
On no, but actually, you guys don't have to roll. On a nat 1, because I was thinking about how this would affect him. On a nat 1, you see that Apostle leaps off of the ship and begins to desperately swim for the abyss.
Cool. Perfect. Oh wait, that works.
I didn't think it was going to be that extreme, but a nat 1 is pretty damn good.
Yep.
Cool. Tawny, you see that although the queen, her energy has been expended, her life pushed out of her, Wicahpi is still behind her, and she's not like dead. She's more like comatose, and her arms are gripping the portal, and the portal will close by itself, but her gripping on is what's pulling everything else in.
Okay.
So if you have anything that would slow that.
And I'm like 20 feet away, right? Like,
Yeah, you are.
the ship's that close.
You are just above it. She is like just below you at this point.
Okay. Well, let's see here. I got it back. Okay. Okay. So I am going to sweep in so that way I go right like under Wicahpi and basically like up a little, like she's on my back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I immediately let go of my packed weapon and just fall onto Tawny.
You let go, you fall back, and as you fall, the infinite abyss behind you, the purple dragon, woof, comes and catches you. Out of curiosity, when you let go, do you leave the pack weapon in the queen's back, or do you summon it with you?
For a minute, as she is dying, I want the cutlass to stay in there, and before the battle is officially complete, I will summon it back eventually.
Perfect.
I am not losing it forever, but I am intentionally leaving it in her back.
Excellent.
As she is feeling this pain.
Perfect.
Tawny, are you staying here to do damage, or are you flying above her?
I'm gonna, as I'm swooping in, the second you're behind me and not in front of me, I'm doing damage right onto that spot. But then I still have movement for us to hightail out. She needs to make a dex save.
Yeah, she's gonna fail. She's paralyzed, stunned. Yeah. I love this out.
All is rolling.
Okay, that's one.
I love
I'm gonna get the most.
No, I love it.
Again!
No, 1,000%. Absolutely.
No, every time it is equally as intense. Just sitting here listening to you roll every dice. You're like, all right, there's another one. There's another one. You can hear it.
I was getting a lot of like real nice numbers where it's like straight to the next 10, and now I just got one that's not as nice, and I'm like, wait a minute.
No,
Okay.
I don't need a 7. Carry the one. Carry the one.
Yeah. Oh, I love the 0. The 0 is so.
The
nice.
zeros are so nice. It's easy math. It's the best roll. Like there's no better thing than getting a 0 on a D10.
Another 0.
How many D10s is it per lightning?
This is 4.
Excellent.
Wait, only 4d10?
Oh wait, sorry. I rolled a 4, and that's why I said that. It's 12.
12.
So you're rolling 24 times.
4D. Wow. You're a
Yes.
trooper. I would have committed to the online.
long
I
time
know,
ago.
but I think this is my last roll, and so I wanted to do it.
Oh, that's
Oh,
true
yeah.
Okay.
Well, of
Also,
course.
too. Yeah, no.
she has 2d10s. She does have 2d10s.
That's true. I was
She
thinking,
just chooses to roll one at a time.
and to be fair, even as a DM, I absolutely understand the benefit of rolling. Getting that dice, that like hearing the dice. I do not blame you at all. Just your commitment to it is far more than mine would be.
With
Absolutely.
on the second roll, the most 10s I have ever rolled. It's real nice for math. I deal another, I shit you not,
No way.
102 damage. This time, as the
Wow.
dragon with lightning, straight onto the cutlass of the Unseelie Court. And into the
Wow.
Wow.
You tell me what this looks like, because that is incredible.
So I think that she's falling, and so this is all almost. I mean, D&D is always in slow motion with the 6 seconds, but this is like even like this is extra slow motion.
This is like crawl.
As Wicahpi does that, and it starts to fall and cave in, and Tawny jumps off the boat, almost like in the air for a little bit before a dragon sweeps in. Wicahpi sees her coming, falls back onto her back, the lightning and everything, and just I feel like the connection of having Wicahpi, the Unseelie Court, the Fey dagger in the back, having Wicahpi on my back as I do this, like it's
What a
as
combo.
if like Wicahpi is just like kind of how she has that lucky feat, is just like coursing through the dice as
That's crazy.
all of this lightning, and we're so close to the back, just like kind of like seeks in, and I feel like if you could see inside of her, like the lightning is just like crackling like up her spine to her head and through the tentacles as everything just gets electrocuted with this lightning. And then in that same like bit, I'm gonna fly up, so that way I'm like kind of like, if this is her back, the dragon is gonna, Wicahpi needs to hold on, because the dragon's gonna like
You're pulling G's on this, yeah.
and out.
As you, yeah, go ahead.
I just wanted to add one tidbit. I like to imagine that when your purple lightning shooting out at her, I feel like once it touches the cutlass, it turns green, as it's like almost like our magic is like kind of combined, because
Yeah.
Wicahpi has like the green witch bolt, and like that's like shimmering around her. And as you're flying like past her head on her way out, I kind of want to whisper into her ear, like in that like slow motion moment, remember who slain you, Blackbeard of the Unseelie Court. This will be your tomb forever.
As you say that, you watch as the shell and the skin like sheds and peels away. It gets flaky, and her arms begin to crack and flake away, and the massive body of the Queen of Sea and Darkness like turns to ash from the insane amount of lightning damage dealt.
102 points, baby.
As it
Honey.
like burns away, the only thing that is left is the Fey body, the same body that Kildak had seen in the ocean, the humanoid-sized body of veiled queen of the unseelie court. The cutlass this time truly through her back and out the front. And her eyes closed, her crown tumbles off her head, falling infinitely, and not banished to the abyss, but simply left to fall. She has nothing to do but this time legitimately fall forever as the body drops into the blackness. Tawny, you pull the dragon up, and as the dragon comes out, the pull of Arusula being truly vanquished pulls the ships one final time. First, this shrinks.
It shrinks. Yeah, shrink it some more.
I think it'll be okay.
Shrink it some more, why
It'll
don't
be okay. I think it'll be
For
okay.
you, maybe.
Let's see. You see. I need another D4 for the Royal Turncoat.
I think it'll be okay.
I think it'll be fine. I only rolled a 1.
Ah, shit.
Aww.
You watch the crew of the Royal Turncoat with enough time. They leap off of the ship. The entire crew is able to get off as they had a turn that allowed them to teeter, but the ship, the Royal Turncoat, sails off the edge and careens into the abyss, bow first, just straight down into the pit.
I was bound dabbing with one of the ships.
That crew lost the most. They lost their captain. They lost their ship.
Oops.
You see that Apostle swims himself and hurls himself into the abyss as well, throwing himself over the edge. The only thing that is left as Tawny pulls up, you see the bow of Death Eternal again push over the edge of this lip.
It's just the bow.
It's just the bow. It doesn't teeter yet.
Kildak's on the ship.
Kildak is on the
Kildak's
ship.
still on the ship.
I
I just noticed. Kildak's on that ship.
Cool. For the ship phase, all of these ships begin to peel away from the pole, with the exception of Death Eternal, who no longer has anyone steering it, which sails just a little bit farther as you watch it move just a little bit farther off the edge. Wicahpi, it is your turn. Tawny has got you out of the abyss, and you didn't realize how dismal the abyss smelled until you get a
got
blast
out.
of fresh air again. Yep.
Oh, no.
But you can see the Death Eternal moving towards the edge.
And we soar out of the pit, and I think Wicahpi is just laughing. We just did it. She's gone. Cody, that was awesome. Great catch. Oh my god, that lightning was amazing. And then I just pick out Kildak in the crowd. I'm like, oh my god. And I don't really think there's anything I can do unless I can give Tawny help actions or any buffs to help move her there faster, because she's going to be the fastest one to get over there to help. I
Sure.
do not have the movement to walk over there myself.
Perfect. I will say you can hold your action, and if something comes up, speak up.
Okay. But I'm going to designate it to help
Perfect.
in any way I can give Tawny movement.
Kildak, you can see the bow of the ship come over the shrinking abyssal portal. what it is Kildak's turn. You are face to face with Szass Tam. You have been weakened physically, and he stands there, wand out, engrossed by you.
It's been a long time, Tom.
That it has. This could not have come sooner.
I used to be terrified of you. Now I realize you're just some old dude trying to live longer. I want to... What's it called? I want to use blub 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 because it's been raining, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So he's standing in water. I can't freeze his feet, but I can certainly freeze 5 feet of water underneath his feet.
Yeah, you... He's making it really slippery underneath him.
Yep.
Cool. He won't even counterspell that. He watches you like cast a cantrip. The water beneath him freezes, and he laughs. Bizzleby said that you were so powerful, but he was a fool, and so are you.
And that fool's dead. Now I'm gonna cast Exploding Rat Ray again, actually, at 2nd level.
Okay. You pulled your hand out, the fire comes out, and he is going to pull his wand and counterspell Exploding Rat Ray. Kildak's action and bonus action. You have a movement if you would like it.
I want to charge up and get, like, in his face. Within 5 feet of him.
Sure, easy. You come in melee range with it, and he kind of, like, winces back as you, like, charge up to him. Most wizard battles don't involve charging each other. It's just, as you rush him down. Cool. The portal shrinks again with the Death Eternal keeping pace with it as, again, no captain just moves forward through the water. Kildak, that was your turn. Tawny, you are up.
Okay, I am going to see Kildak on this ship as it's like careening closer and closer. I know it's a large ship, but I am also large, and I just need to do just enough. I want to try and kind of like push it back off of the edge.
Sure, absolutely. Give me a strength check for me. And based on how you would move together, you can do it with advantage because you'll have momentum.
That is 26.
Wow. You come flying in. You smash into the port side, slamming into the ship, and you push it so it turns and ends up back, like, almost completely in the water again. As you do, the boat rocks. Like, I need a dexterity saving throw from you. And Tom makes it with disadvantage and fails because you put ice under his feet. How you knew that Tawny was going to hit the ship, I do not know.
I had no idea Tawny was going to hit the ship. I did know either we were gonna teeter or I was gonna tackle. Something was gonna happen that this dude was going prone. My deck save. Oh, thank God I have a... Tawny's right here. Do I get a +4?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Dirty 20.
There you
Yay!
go. You stay feet planted. Szass Tam tumbles to the ground. And yeah, the dragon is right here. Wicahpi... Oop, that's the wrong thing. The dragon of Tawny has come, like, pushed up against the ship. That is Tawny's turn. Anything else you'd like to do, Tawny? You have a bonus action left.
Nope, I'm just there pushing.
Pushing it. Wicahpi, you are up. You are like in range of this. Like, you could hop onto the ship if you wanted to.
No, I'm gonna stay with Tawny and assist her if she ever needs any help.
Cool.
I mean,
Perfect.
she's got it, but I'm help as moral support.
Excellent.
I'm just hyping her up. Like, this shit is so cool.
Let's go!
Oh, we killed the bitch. She's down. We're gonna get out of here. We lived. Like, we made it. She's pushing a whole boat right now.
Let's go! Yeah, absolutely losing it. Kildak, you're up.
Oh shit, my plan doesn't work. Okay. Hold on. Fixing.
Actually, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh yeah.
That's 4.
9.
Okay.
What did you roll?
I did a jip. That fails. I did jip you one. Is that plus? Yeah, I did jip you one before. So you can roll a second one.
Oh, I get a +4 to that, don't I?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I was like,
sorry.
wait a
Yeah,
minute,
yeah.
How with the +4, whatever you already have, and then the dice, did you get a 9?
Any ones you can re-roll.
Yeah, so that's a 13 then, actually.
The first one fails. Again, we'll say that was for last turn. Give me one for this turn.
That's worse.
Cool.
That was a 9.
Okay. Cool.
Was it a 1?
No, it's a 3. We're not all level 20.
Cool. You still do half
Four?
damage with melee weapons.
Okay.
But yeah, you have your full turn.
Is it my turn? I feel it.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Did he have a turn?
He goes after you.
Not
Oh,
last.
he didn't get a turn.
Oh, yeah.
Shoot. Yeah. Screw you guys. Szass Tam gets a turn. From the ground, he's gonna just do this now. Just, I got everything under control. He did his counter spell and forgot about it. He is going to say, perfect. Falls to the ground and goes, "No, you will not escape. I will know your secrets and they will be mine." And he is going to cast a spell. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, I have advantage against that because I'm within 5 feet of him.
Ooh, yes.
And that's like a 24,
Cool.
and then less.
You are not blinded by
Oh, cool.
light.
That was
As he
a good one.
goes
Good
to
one,
cast
good one.
that spell.
And also, I take a reaction and do a melee attack against him.
Go for it. You have advantage because he's prone.
So taking my rapier, I am aiming for like his wand hand, his wand wrist specifically.
Ooh. Cool. I'm gonna say the DC goes up, but if you hit it, then it'll be bad.
Well, does a 23 hit his wrist?
Yeah. Yeah. The DC bumped up to 20 and you still fucking hit it.
Only 7 points of damage though.
Okay, cool. You cut into his hand,
Does he get sneak
Yes.
attack?
Not for this.
Oh,
'cause
no
it's not
reaction.
him. Yeah. You slice into his hand. It was a called shot. You rolled excellent. The wand falls out of his hand. He is shocked. It only does half damage, but he is like mouth agape that you knocked his wand out of his hand.
Is the being bad at melee a concentration spell?
Yeah.
He has disadvantage.
Ooh. He rolled lower than a 10. It fails. Wow.
There you go.
How is Kildak doing this?
I don't know.
He grabs his hand. It is Kildak's turn. He grabs his hand. The wand falls. His eyes look to the wand, looks back to you. He says to himself, "How are you doing this? You're nothing but a dwarf, a pirate. How could you best Szass Tam, master of necromancy and science?
It's science.
Practice.
Science. Yeah,
Practice.
Kildak's turn. You are under the effect of no spells.
He is still prone,
Correct.
like a fool. I
Come on.
want to
Innovate.
take my rapier and I'm going to stab it into his ear into the deck is my attempt.
Oh. I will say this. Szass Tam is incredibly powerful, but he also is a very sickly man. Constitution is not his forte. I think it is possible to kill him on his turn if you crit. You do roll with advantage, him being on the ground.
Okay. $25 to hit.
Beautiful. You raise your sword. You're going to stab it into him. Give me damage.
That is a solid 12 damage.
Wow. Is that with sneak attack?
No.
The dragon.
Why do I get sneak attack now? Oh, because this is my actual attack.
It's your actual turn, yeah.
It's a 1, 2, and a 5. So an additional 8 then.
8 points of damage. You stab him. He moves out of the way. You stab him like in the shoulder. It pins him to the ship, and he shouts out in pain and grips the sword with his hands. Yeah, that is. Do you have anything else you'd like to do?
He's pretty fucking injured.
He is pretty hurt between these two attacks, and I mean, granted, by himself, quite powerful individual, but he has been on a boat that has less than a quarter of its hit points left, and so he is not in tip-top shape by any means. Yeah.
Okay. I want to pick up his wand,
Ooh.
and I'm gonna say, "You want to live forever so bad?
Don't you
Enjoy."
dare.
And I'm gonna go and jump off onto Tawny's back and let him fall and the ship into the abyss, if you let me.
Yeah, you Oh my god. Yeah, you hop off onto the ship, his wand in hand. You get onto Tawny's back. Tawny, you push away from the ship. Szass Tam desperately tries to pull himself free, but as any good wizard, he didn't. His dump stats were Constitution and Strength, and so he desperately tries to pull the rapier out of the deck. It does not come. The ship careens over the side, and you watch it slowly tip, and fall. He screams the whole way down. And the only thing that cuts off is not the distance, but the portal that and closes itself. The portal shuts. The only sound is the beating of Tawny's wings.
I lost my sword.
Good thing you can get Scourge back.
I was gonna use Scourge, but I had to disattune from it.
Hey, that fucking helped you, and you should have used the eye like I said.
I know, but my eye is my eye. I couldn't.
Oh, Billsby wasn't dead. He was just unconscious. He's gonna wait.
He was dead. I realized you didn't roll for him to be dead, but he fell unconscious in front of that door. I opened the door and sprayed fire. He had 1 hit point. The dude was dead.
He was on the ground. He was flat
dead.
on the ground.
He was dead.
He died.
Okay,
I mean,
well,
I think he's alive.
Then they're both internally
I think it's funny for him to wake up from his sleep and just be like, "Oh, this is way worse."
This is way worse.
As it closes,
yes.
and I have Kildak and Wicahpi on my back, I'm just gonna start doing like almost like victory laps. Just for like a minute. I know that there's a lot of bad shit that also happened that we have to deal with, but like as it closes, we're just gonna do a nice little victory lap.
Take a lap.
You start ripping victory laps. The cheers erupt from the Leviathan, erupt from the Black Gambit and the Guppy. The key lime pie turns around and cautiously begins to make its way back. The storm and the rain subside, and the lightning almost pulls it away as that clear sky is slowly revealed once again. The constellations looking down on Rainbow Reef, which for the first time in over 30 years is not plagued by the abyss. The crew of the Royal Turncoat makes their way onto the deck of the Arcane Ward, which Ethra is unhappy about, but
You will do as I say.
after all that she has just seen, she is exhausted. Her hit points are below half from getting pummeled by Reavers and Apostle. And she is incredibly thankful to Marcus and Patchy Polly for coming to their aid. The crew makes their way onto the Arcane Ward, and you hear the crew of the Leviathan cheer. They begin to take a victory lap with you, and before they finish their lap, the boat begins to fade away with a final...
Time, old bastard.
And Captain Emerald gives a hearty laugh before he disappears and fades as well.
Like, guys, we did it.
This was it. We did it. That was it.
Oh my goodness. I need a fucking drink.
Kildak wishes he could have a drink.
Does Kildak know he can't get drunk? Like, mid-battle?
He feels
just
incredibly
quit?
sober.
I
He
feel
knows-
incredibly sober.
Oh.
I also could use a drink. Actually, I feel too sober.
You
17
Uh,
days.
Tawny, where do you bring the captains of the Depressed Guppy? Which ship do you reconvene on?
I think that seeing the abyss close, the guppy would have turned around and started making their way in, even as it just started to close and they knew they were out of danger. And so I take us, and I think the guppy is like in the middle amongst the fleet that remains,
Sure.
up in the air, because it's a flying ship, and we land on the guppy.
You land on the Guppy, a bloody and beaten crew, but no casualties.
We're down to 4 ships out of the 7 we started with.
No
No
casualties.
casualties.
Casualties for the. You didn't lose any NPCs. They come out of the lower deck, spread across the crew, across this main deck. A huge cheer erupts as the conquering captains of We 3 return to the Depressed Guppy, and as they breathe a breath of fresh air for the first time, I guess in a couple days, but really since Tamokor, a calm breath, a breath that the world is not ending tomorrow. That
Now
is where. Now what?
Yeah.
That's a great question. We will end our session there with the defeat of the Queen of Sea and Darkness. The world is safe.
Aw.
Tune in next time for the thrilling conclusion to the Gilded Voyage as we wrap up what happened to our beloved characters, where they go, how their stories end, and how the tale of the greatest pirate to ever sail the 12 seas comes to an end. With that, until we meet again over another round at the Four Rings Inn. Yar.
Bye.
See you next time.